Good evening, Z1R randomizer. Joining me tonight is going to be Fury SK and Mrs. Melchior doing the tracking to bring you the match between Ugondis and the Deus Ex Machina Gaming. This is Swiss Week 2. We are in the 1-0 bracket. And yeah, how are you doing today, Fury?
Oh, we're excited to see how this one goes. Will we get trolley
Oh,
seed?
look,
Will
I
we
scared
get
him off
freebie?
already. All right, looks like we're going to have a Southern Forest start here. I imagine both of our runners are maybe going to take a similar path up towards the open cave just below the desert. Oh, no. Okay. Ugandis might make the loop down around here, see if he can get to the coast item and the open cave over in this direction. I kind of like this one. Deus Ex Machina is taking the, the forest momentarily. Oh, Wizrobes on the overworld. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, yuck. 38 rupee bombs. And thanks to our tracker, Mrs. Melchior, it looks like we have a raft hanging out off on the coast. 40 rupee medium secret kind of makes up for a lot of things. Oh no, you DEM is gonna get sniped. We're not too far away from our start screen though, so it won't take him a lot of time to get there. But it could, kind of rattle people just a little bit when you take an early overworld death. And just to let you know, the timer is going to be a little bit off until I remember how to fix it. All right, there's the 40 rupee secret for Ugondis. Now, if we're lucky, we're going to find a little bit more money and be able to get a blue candle here shortly. If we're not lucky, the blue candle shop is going to be hidden all the way in West Death Mountain, and we won't find it for like 20 minutes. 67 rupee arrows, 88 rupee key. That is not terrible, though. All right, here we go. Another Armos check. DM's gonna find another 40 rupee secret. Now, if we can... Oh, hey, that's a white sword book underneath the Armos. Sorry, I'm just marking my thingy in the off on the side so I remember where all the stuff is. Ugandis is finding a 17 rupee small secret. All right, I mean, that's not terrible. It's better than 10. It's sure a lot better than 1. And we're going to find our first take any all the way at the top corner. So both of our runners are going to have 4 hearts, which gives them a small chance of being able to pick up the white sword book. Nice HUD clip from Ugondis is going to get him safely to the other side of the screen without having to deal with the Octoroks. Another small secret.
We've seen plenty worse than that
Oh,
on
yeah.
that
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. Oh, I mean, Lionels or anything that can shoot back at you is a small problem. It looks like Ugondis is going to try to pick up the book here. He is screen scrolling over in this direction, or he could just be heading up to the vanilla white sword location. Ah, darn, not enough. Now, the early book is kind of nice because it's going to give all of your old men the ability to actually speak to you, but then, you might have to sit through a longer door repair message. Oh, DM's gonna see the arrow cave. I would have been hard pressed to maybe pick up arrows while you had that much money. No, you haven't found your candle yet, but there's no guarantee. Ugondis is gonna find a take any. Another heart. Now he can't immediately go back and check the book location, but I would imagine we're going to see him do it.
This is one of those overworlds where you're sad but also happy. Sad because, who likes Wizrobes in the
Ooh,
overworld? There's a sword.
in the
Uh,
waterfall cave.
yep, it's a rarity, but it used to not happen at all.
I
Yeah,
know it's been fixed.
Wizrobes and Pulse Voice on the overworld means no Wizrobes and Pulse Voice in the dungeons. So that's always
Very,
exciting.
very true. I mean, when the first couple of times you have to deal with this as a new runner, you're like, okay, this overworld is the worst thing on the planet. But then you realize that it makes your dungeons all that much easier, and you're like, okay, I can deal with it. We have level 9 for DEM. Oh, it's a 5-er.
Means we get to gamble. Maybe.
Yay! Except for it's not for cookies. Ugondis is going to go ahead and get a bomb drop. He's going to make it into the vanilla white sword. Oh my gosh, it's the hints. They're right there. I mean, they're incredibly expensive, but with 5 hearts, he has a chance to be able to go ahead and pick up that book. Meanwhile, DEM is continuing to search the overworld. We're going to find some any roads. And Ugondis is up to 154 rupees. If he can pick up that book, he can go get the entire hint cave in one go. DM's gonna find the candle stores on Death Armos.
And almost full price as well.
Yeah, that is definitely not cheap. I mean, you're gonna have to hope that Ugondis goes ahead. He's gonna save here so that he can get his money back, so that by the time he finds the candle store, he's able to pick up his candle as well. I mean, this is actually really good for Ugondis because it's going to give him information, in theory, about 3 separate items. Maybe. Alright, we got kind of Death Mountain access. I haven't seen anything near our start screen just yet. And
well, gamble ruined. Time to go home.
I mean, he could still hide the bow somewhere, but those are silver arrows as our Armos item.
Alright, next trolley thing we can put 9.
Any key?
White
Dodongo
sword
has
wand?
a power bracelet. Oh yeah, that'd be fine.
Nope,
Gleok
that's
has
gone.
your white sword. Yeah.
Double boomerang 9. Dang. This game.
Fury, tell the game you'd like a pony or winning lottery numbers, please. So, the items in 8 are going to be the white sword and the boomerang. And then, where was it? Power bracelet is in 5? No, 2. Dodongo. Alright, Ugondis is back to exploring the overworld. He has a sword. He's only a couple of screens away from where he's going to be able to pick up his candle. Unless we stumble upon a candle store along the way. But now that we're underway, how are you doing tonight, Fury?
Well, we were underway before. I just was silly and decided to not have my mic on Discord working. They heard me.
Oh! Alright, I thought you were just ignoring me for fun. Deus Ex Machina is going to find... Wow! We need some monkey eating vanilla ice cream emotes in chat, because I'm pretty sure DEM just found level 6 at vanilla level 6.
Now it would be really
Immediately
fun.
decides, I'm not going in there and up an ace.
It'd be really fun if we found another level 6 at Second Quest 6.
Okay, well that would be we broke the game.
You need a different emote from the same stream for that.
Ah, we need the cute French vanilla monkey emote. Ah, I have that as well. Oh no! Ugondis is gonna take Wizard Beams to the face at vanilla level 1. DEM's gonna barely get to see that raft is hanging out off the coast, and then find the really exorbitantly priced bombs.
Well, I mean, we get some plenty of money to play with, at least.
Well, yeah, we do have a max medium, and a 17 for a small is nothing to sneeze at. But I mean, do you really want to spend all of it for bombs? Now, Ugondis has got to be careful, though, because these orange Wizrubs are not going to make it easy. You get about a second to get on the screen and get the heck out of the way. Thankfully, it's only money, so we don't ever have to worry about coming here again. And unfortunately for Ugondis, he kind of took a little bit of a zig when he might have zagged, and he's going to miss that candle store for just a little bit longer.
The question will be, how crucial is that candle? Is it going to be something that is really, really important, or something that is just convenient at the end of this? Since we do have only 5 Triforces required, maybe we don't need one.
Yeah, that's always a nice thing, but you never... Oh, poor DM. I think that was a Wizrobe.
Wow.
Hey! Oh, we have lots of money. Well, we would, but we left it on the floor with the old men.
So what, 1740, 137? Like, money bags?
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck in the vault?
Oh, come on. That's a 60 rupee key and a blue ring. Now, that is a beautiful, beautiful key price, let me tell you. There's another candle store, but of course it's blocked by the candle, as Ugondis is about to get his Armos item silvers. And, oh, really? Do we want this?
With the sword in hand, I think I would probably go in just see if I can collect some freebies, but you never know.
I mean, your consolation prize one screen over is not much better, let me tell you. As DEM is going to find his first take any, or his second take any, I'm sorry.
Like, if we go, like, one room into these dungeons and there's a Triforce on the ground, then we are 20% of the way to opening 9 at least, so I think I'd at least look at a couple of rooms and then give up quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean, with the sword, that's something I do quite a lot. DEM is going to get the good news that the waterfall can never hold the sword problem has been fixed.
Now if we can get P-Hats back in the dungeon, everything will be right in the world.
Sure, theory. Only if we add the thing from the thing that makes the recorder have the P-Hats stop moving. Ancient... What was that? Ancient dungeon?
Ooh,
Here come the hints for DEM. He's going to go ahead up a save. Ancient... Yeah, it was Ancient Dungeon. Huh.
Yeah, unfortunately, no book yet, so couldn't have taken those hints if we wanted.
Very true, but we know from Ugondis' side he's going to be able to pick it up as we find a heart on the floor of level 6. Though, sadly, DEM does not have the money to be able to pick up all those hints. I think he's got maybe like an super room? No. Early Triforce in level 6, I would want to take it and leave. And it looks like that's exactly what Ugondis is going to do at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I understand from DM Gaming's perspective, no sword at the time, don't really want to do it, but with the sword, definitely makes it a lot more palatable to look a few rooms in, especially if all you're fighting is Zols, Gels, and some other easier to kill things in rooms.
Very true. Looks like Ugondis, with that in mind, is going to go ahead and go back to level 7.
Inspired by early 6 Triforce, we'll hope for the same thing here. Instead, early Key.
Those are useful too. We like those. Oh, DM, you got to pick up the money. There you go. There's the... Okay. Map of level 7 is Cubone. Oh, can we bomb? Okay, we can. So sadly, it is not actually recorder blocked.
Ooh. Left side landmo, though. That's even better.
Oh, beautiful clip, though, from Ugondis.
29-ish rooms, it looks like. So not the worst of the 7s I've seen in this tournament. Not even close, in fact.
Yeah, it's kind of on the tiny side. We're going to find potentially a transport staircase. DEM is going to go ahead and find a very green level 5.
taking this to see if it goes back a room, which it does, and we get to see Spiky again.
Well, that's good news, though. Spiky's not actually blocking anything important. He's blocking the worst transport staircase in the entire game.
Famous last words, wait for another room. Well, not yet, but, you know, I mean, there's more than one potentially in here.
Very, very true. All right, good use of the bombs here from Ugondis to get this room moving at the correct speed. He does have 4 bombs, so if he can get these gorillas to play night, or does the really cool clip thing, never mind.
Yep, doing the sideways clip into the moat to stab the gorilla.
Yeah, that is such a great thing to know how to do. He's going to get another key for his trouble. DEM, meanwhile, is going to go ahead and try to get the shutter door open in 5 and get a key for his trouble as well.
Yeah, it's one of those tricks where if you've kind of got the feel for, like, the ladder clip, then it's a little bit easier to kind of understand where to stand on that block. If you don't have the feel for the sideways ladder clip, it's really hard.
Yeah, I can only do a ladder clip when I'm so mad that I'm about to rage quit the game. DEM is going to find the compass and the bomb upgrade for 79 rupees in level 5. Or when I'm not trying. We're going to find an item. Nope, other side of the transport. So, Spiky is kind of, sort of blocking our path a little bit here. So I imagine we're taking the transport staircase. Ugondis, meanwhile, is taking down this room full of pancakes very, very carefully. Oh, it's the Triforce. He's going to take it. I would too. Take it and leave. Oh.
DM Gaming, unfortunately, getting thrown into the boat room with no ladder and no way back.
Yeah, that's it's unfortunate.
It feels horrible when you're racing. It feels amusing when you're watching.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get a good laugh out of it either way, so. Like, I've played enough seeds, rolled by enough people who roll garbage to just look at a room and go, well, yeah, that's about right. Looks like, are we getting a forgotten spot check here? As this mixed garbage room is unfortunately going to deal DM a death. Oh, this is convenient. This is a candle store for Ugondis. While he has all that money. And unfortunately for DSX Machina, he's going to have to go ahead and clear the Blue Gorilla room anytime he up and names and goes back to the start of 5. I love that the candle shop was actually blocked by a candle.
Yep, almost as fun as getting the blue candle, finding an immediate candle block dungeon, and having the red candle one room in.
Oh yeah. I mean, but it's still technically an upgrade. DM is, I'm gonna assume, setting up a bomb count on the old man.
Maybe. I think that was spite.
It might have been. This level 5 has not been kind. There's far too many boomerangs and one ways, and DM's like, all right, I'm done. There's a level 1, 2, 3, 4 out there somewhere. All right. Ugondis is about to find level 5. Now, he does have a few more hearts. He's got 2 more keys, and he's definitely got more bombs than what DEM had when he left. So let's see if he can make any headway in here. Or if he just leaves.
You're wet.
Good idea. All right, here comes a heart pickup. Oh, hello, Landmos. Now, this is definitely doable as long as you're just really careful about where you stand in the room. Okay, now get out. There you go. Oh, we're 1 rupee short of being able to buy those arrows, but we don't need to because we got silvers.
Yep, a little bit of frustration, and then oh, never mind.
Yeah, yeah. Like, when you get them so early in the game, you just kind of forget for a while. But all right, we've seen 5, 6, 7, and 9. Where do we think the game is hiding all the small levels?
Oh, let's see. One will be on the ladder spot. Two... Two has the power bracelet, so we can't throw it on a power bracelet spot, so let's put that one...
Recorder Lake? Oh, that works too. That's pretty good.
Put level
but
3...
Where are we going to put the ladder is the question. We can't put it in 1, we can't put it in 2, so how about the floor in 8?
Well, unfortunately can't do 8, but maybe 7?
Okay. Wait, where did we find 8?
Well, we have 8 as the boomerang and white sword, right?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The game decided to troll you.
Yes, twice, in fact.
Yeah. I mean, I found it funny.
Nowhere near its record, but it's trying.
I mean, that's what we say about the old men who are usually hanging out in dungeons and say, hey, by the way, this is where you currently are. So, you know, that's actually amusing, unless we... Oh, bomb upgrade. Ooh.
So, discount price plus 5. That's not bad at all.
Yeah. Now, Ugondis is going to get the map here. He also does not have a ladder. He's going to go ahead and take the transport staircase.
Troll incoming in about 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah, because don't go left.
Nope, going left. Back to start.
Womp, womp, womp.
Wait, he could sit there and clip, but that's a long time to sit halfway on that water to sort things.
Oh, yeah.
And bomb.
It's a lot faster just to go back to start, work your way back up to that staircase, and maybe see if you can get into some of these other rooms.
Well, we can bomb up.
Free bombs.
Well, can't bomb up, but we got our bomb back, as you noted. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. This is not. It's so they're having a much different experience in this level 5.
Well, until this room at least.
Yeah, this room is just garbage.
I'm assuming one or both try to bomb right and avoid this room at all costs.
I don't actually remember. So with all those bombs, I'd love to see Ugondis try.
So bombing down, I think, would maybe be the play. Or it's a shutter door. So going down to clear that room? Or did we already see it?
I don't actually remember.
Death Mountain.
Okay.
Alright.
Well.
So ladder spot is no, but maybe we get the leftmost power bracelet spot or something.
Okay. We do, however, get a different path into a remote room. Hey. Unfortunately, we can just stare at the key.
Yeah, but we got the bomb force off of it anyways, so could be worse.
Oh, look, we can't go that way.
Another key.
Alright, key refund is nice.
The good old, here's a key door, here's a key on the floor for you.
Oh, wow. Good job, Ugondis, reacting to that. DM's gonna find level 4, and I think we're in the Deadwoods, but I'm not sure.
Oh, another dungeon at a dungeon location, except it's level 3's dungeon location.
Oh, okay. The Landmala distribution system? No. Just no. Give me another cat, as Ugondis is going to go ahead and pick up the Triforce out of level 5. Now, I don't think we saw an item.
No.
Do you think we go back in looking for an item?
No.
Okay, we're leaving.
I mean, we saw a good deal of that 5. We got trolled 2 different times. I think we're just saying, please give me another dungeon that's small. May actually make an early Death Mountain play based on the hint received.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. And he's going to take the any roads. We do have one that's going to drop us off somewhere in Death Mountain.
There is one in West Death Mountain, one in East Death Mountain, one below Death Armos, and one in the forest.
Nice. Oh, Well, we also found level 2.
Yeah, this is where it's starting to get a little bit out of hand on the lead because that's 2 small dungeons and level 2 is blocked.
Oh. Okay. Well, to play a little bit of devil's advocate, we only need 5 Triforces.
Well, we may also, I guess, bomb at the start, maybe. But it's just Power Bracelet in here, which is becoming less likely to be relevant because of the block, I would say.
Okay, I think that's fair. He's going to try to pirouette to the right because we can't pirouette to the left. So we're going to try a bomb wall, and yeah, we are both blocked in level 2.
Yeah, so we're not really expected to do much in 2, I don't think.
Yeah, unless we have to come back with the power bracelet. DEM is going to find level 8. Now, if you're DEM, I think one of the things that would actually help him right now, help him kind of like calm down and settle into the seed, would be an early white sword.
Yep, and it could be really early in this dungeon, too.
Yeah, that would just kind of like, you know, because if you're rattled when you begin a seed, there's nothing like being able to find what you can feel to be a little bit of an, oh, they're squishy, an early advantage.
Yeah, Ugondis is having so much fun right now.
Fun. I can feel the quotation marks there. This is what I call grape jelly 4. Not grape jelly 4. I'm sorry, we're in 1. So if you're DEM, you didn't get the hints. You don't know that the items in here are a banana and a white sword. Do you actually hang out? Oh, no. We're taking that and leaving.
Well, we are checking the staircase in this room.
Yeah.
And if it gives us the white sword and we have the Triforce there, I'd be inclined to leave. If it's just the boomerang, it's a tough call. If it's the heart,
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I would, but... And none of the above, it's just
Oh.
transport. And, by the way...
Chat is laddering.
Yes, they saw that ladder and won.
Yay, we got a spice rack. And there is the Triforce pickup for DEM.
So if the bow is the other item in this one, then this is a very, very quick go mode, and we will revisit 2 immediately to get the other Triforce, I think.
Yeah, I would too. Just be like, okay, I'm going to go back and get it right now.
That would still not mean to see this over necessarily. There is definitely a chance for a lot of Dark Nuts, a lot of Spikies in 9, a lot of other things that are mean on 6 hearts and Wood Sword.
Yes, as DEM's going to find level 3.
And speaking of mean, back to start we go.
Yay! Yeah, it's too early to talk about Spiky making questionable life decisions. Alright, are we segmented in level 3? Kind of feels like we might be. Yeah.
You're almost guaranteed to get segmented in one of the smaller dungeons, just because of all the entry rooms being on the very bottom. There's
Yeah.
only so many spots they can go.
Alright, here comes the map for DEM.
Triple segment, come on. Yes!
Beautiful.
I love it.
I'd call you a witch, but I'm pretty sure you saw it a couple seconds before I could.
Nope, I saw it before, well, I saw it after my comment, at least.
Oh, okay. Good job. That was one of my... Oh, there's the Triforce in one. And Goma creeps at the grave.
And I think that,
Which is true. 6 is at vanilla 6.
well, if it's not true, there are big problems again with broken things.
I know, but I always have to look because I can't remember what the names are off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that Triforce in the 3rd segment too?
Yeah. It's you're gonna have to find lots of transport staircases here in this level 3 if you want to go get your Triforce. Ugondis, meanwhile, picked up the Triforce off the floor of level 1 and is going back in looking for the staircase item. Now, we haven't found a map yet. We do have 2 keys, so we can kind of get through a couple of different doors here that maybe we would have avoided otherwise. Here's a key for Deus Ex Machina. And a potential transport staircase. Oh,
Well,
margaritas! Yay!
I'm waiting for that scene where the first 4 dungeons have the amount of segments as is in their number association. Like you get just a single segment 1, but then you get 2 segment 2, 3 segment 3, 4 segment 4. We've already had the 5
Oh.
segment 5, so that's not as entertaining anymore.
No, but like an 8 segment 8?
I think that would break things.
In the bestest of ways. There is the red candle pickup here for Deus Ex Machina. So he has seen, he's got the red candle at a level 3. I believe the heart was in the staircase.
Yeah, that room. Bemos, Tektites, and Trogdor fire in front of you. There's not many good ways to go.
Ugondis is going to find a heart in a staircase. I don't know if we saw a heart on the floor anywhere in level 1.
Yes, you did.
We did. So the coast heart is actually in level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the coast heart's in level 1. Ugondis has a ton of health. DEM is going to go back into this level 3. I'd have been tempted to leave because you know that, the Triforce is on the other end of a transport staircase. Shenanigans.
Yeah, I think was looking to see if this bomb wall immediately led to another staircase room. I mean, that to me would have made it really easy to just continue to take your Triforce.
Hey,
However,
Magical Sword is also in Death Mountain.
yeah, the rate you got us going, I don't know that we're really going to see a chance at that.
Very true. Alright, so this is taking DEM back to the main segment here. Now, did he skip another transport staircase at some point?
I don't believe so. I believe we went straight on route. I think we're going to have to burn a key to go up.
Alright, looks like...
Not this
well,
room.
it's not that room. I could have a floor drop, but it's never going to be a push block.
It's only going to have a key or a bomb pack or a fiber, though, because we have that red candle off the floor. So I think this is one you just kind of go to the right door, or you go to the Tektite room, or you go home.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I don't need to deal with this, ever. Meanwhile, Ugondis is on the coast. Yikes. Find the exorbitant bomb shop and buy a couple, because, I mean, let's face it, we have a ton of money. And a pity heart.
Yeah, at half a heart, that's a fair play. Not sure how many more I do. Maybe one more just to make sure you can take 2 damage and get the coast item. Which...
Yeah, go get the raft.
As far as Ugondis knows, this coast raft is potentially still required. I believe by process of elimination we have them all from the commentary side of things.
Yes. We've seen 8, but I don't remember where it was found.
8, just taking a quick peek. It is the potion shop just off to the right side of Deadwoods.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
That's the bonus of being the restreamer, is I can sneak a peek somewhere else.
Well, I knew we were in the Dead Woods, but I couldn't remember exactly where. We're going to find some lovely orange dark nuts here in level 6. Now, DM had seen this level first. He didn't have the ability to deal with it, so now he's come back. And we know that there's a heart on the floor. So we are looking for a staircase item, and we wouldn't say no to a Triforce. Which, as we know from DEM, from Ugondis' side, is fairly close to the start screen. Let's see, what levels has Ugondis not seen?
Ugondis, by process of elimination,
4?
can't have seen 4 or 8.
Or 3.
Or 3
because he didn't have a candle at that point, kind of.
Yep, so 3 is what I call the cheater screen for the maze in the Dead Woods. It's the screen right above that you wrap to get around that maze.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 would be Vanilla 3, and then 8, of course, as we said a moment ago, is the potion shop right above Vanilla 3.
Okay. So, if I'm DEM, You kind of need him. He's almost up to potentially being able to pick up the magical sword, though I don't think he's seen it yet. I would almost want to stick around a little bit in the 6, as crazy as that sounds, as Ugondis is going to find to take any DM's going to get his Triforce of a 6. I'd almost want to stick around. We don't know where the bow is. We've seen a decent amount of items at this point, and while there are smaller levels, DM wasn't having much fun in there, so I would almost think about going back in.
So, like, if he knew what we knew about what else was elsewhere, I think that would be the easy call to make, but because he's playing just his screen and he can't see what's going on for Ugondis, he does what I would do to that red wizrobe for standing there. Because he doesn't know what we know, the lack of information would make him probably go and try and find a small dungeon first.
Well, and thankfully, if he goes left, if he can get bombs, he's kind of headed in the right direction. We just sadly don't have any ammunition.
Yeah.
Alright, meanwhile, Ugondis is heading in the direction of the Dead Woods. He knows about the 2 items in level 8, so I don't know that he digs that when he gets there, though the Triforce is fairly close to start. I mean, the only thing Ugondis really needs is the bow somewhere. Alright, game. Drop us some bombs, please. Maybe? Possibly? It'd be really nice if this was a bomb shop up here.
Neither runner's getting too much luck with the bombs. I've seen enough purchases and bomb upgrade purchases to suggest it's not going to be a fun one.
Yeah, Ugondis, not having been down in this corner yet, is now getting the really happy news that he only needs 1 more Triforce to actually get into level 9. DM still trying for bombs. I think he's trying to work on his global. Ugondis is going to find 8 and he's going to leave. I mean, that's fair. He only needs 1 Triforce, and you don't know where it's going to be in 8. He already knows what both of the items are going to be. DEM, meanwhile, is trying to not die and still get bombs. I almost would have wanted to see Ugondis pick up that cheap key. Alright, he's gonna find level 4.
So that screen is no fun.
Oh no. Alright, poor DM. He's gonna take another unfortunate overworld death. He sadly doesn't quite have enough money to go ahead and pick up the hints, because both the runners have had the book for a while now. Ugondis was able to check the first hint cave, but I don't know that the second one is going to be anywhere close to where we need it to be to do that easily. And DM's going to go back into level 5.
Those where the Triforce is, so that might be enough reason to do that.
Yeah, there's also an item in here that neither of our runners have seen. And another heart. And if this ends up being the bow, that might not be a place that Ugondis goes back to as quickly as others. Because he's already got the Triforce. He's going to go ahead and dig 4 and 3 as much as he can.
Yeah, the maze room of blue dark nuts could be the stair item in 4, but also the maze room in 4 typically is a drop room as well, and so I think it's not as likely, maybe?
Yeah, it could be, it could be a couple of different things. I would want to maybe find something a little bit easier to deal with. Like these happy souls.
I thought we were going to go for a repeat of the burning of the old man there.
Well, then we could have said that he was definitely setting up setting up a bomb force.
I don't think we've killed these yet. We're going to get trapped by the one here in a second. Oof.
Chat's asking if we already found a floor heart in 4. I don't have anything marked on the tracker. I usually keep running on the side, but I am easily distracted this time of night.
In this case, Ugondis has already found a heart in 4. It was kind of early on, I think.
Okay, thank you. And now I have updated.
Yeah, it's marked in the floor location. Not that I make proper use of that setup anyways, but...
Yeah.
I just throw it wherever I feel like throwing it really quickly and just continue on, and then later confuse myself.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Alright, so DM is gonna get the same lovely welcome from the Moldorms.
Well, this one's gotta get back first.
Yeah, come back, buddy. Oh, and there's that potential ladder block in 4. There's the compass. This is helpful. All right, DM's gonna go ahead, use a key to find this landmo room, and we already know that it's got nothing in it, so just go back, get your Triforce. There's the Triforce out of 5 for DEM. Now, I would almost like to see him go back in, take the transport staircase, and go south instead of getting stuck in the Mo room.
Mm-hmm. The problem is there's one really dumb room in the way.
What, the blue gorillas?
Yeah, the 7 or 8 blue gorillas that have rolled up at least 1 HP, I want to say.
Yuck.
It's enough Yeah, it's enough of a reason not to really want to do it. Although I think I would agree that that's probably a move to make, just because you know that there's potential progression there. Or you could get a floor heart even.
Yeah, the floor heart would be really nice if we ended up with a minimum magical sword. Ugondis is going to get the Triforce out of level 4. I don't think we ever saw the staircase item.
Doesn't appear
and
likely.
Ugondis is, yeah, he's going to find level 3. Now, DEM's going to go back into level 4 as well. This isn't a bad play. There's an item in here somewhere. There's a Triforce. You're going to need at least 5 of them. You know the bow cannot be in level 9. And there's lots of things right now that could be in any of these dungeons that would be very useful. DEM's going to try to clear this.
Yeah, it could definitely be a drop room, but we know from the other side of the equation that it will not be particularly useful.
A map would be nice. Did we see a map before?
Map. Who needs map?
Yeah, maps. Maps are very helpful. Because it lets us play the Name the Shape game. And find silly one-off rooms that you didn't know existed. Oh, he got lucky on that bomb hit there. Those Dark Nuts were trying to run away.
The highlight of the map so far has still been level 3.
Yeah. We're about to see it again here. This is good. And you know what? I think even at this point, you're not gonna be thrilled to see the red candle, but I'd still be pretty happy to see it. You've got Wizrobes not in the dungeons. You got bunnies not in the dungeons, so that red candle can do a lot of work.
This level 4 room with the Dark Nuts is potentially guarding stuff too still. So I mean, like, if DM gets through this and it's the bow, it changes the entire complexion of the race until Ugondis has enough combat or willpower to go back and deal with it.
Yeah, that actually would be really good for DEM right now. Or anything like an any key or a red ring. If you can't find the bow in here, that would be really, really helpful to kind of help DEM settle into the race.
Or even a flute, given the amount of Dig Doggers so far. At least one of them could still be guarding a floor item.
Very true. And DM's doing a good job in a very entertaining room to take out... Please don't die now. To take out the Dark Nuts. He's going to get him down. He's going to be able to push the door and get a little bit of access that we haven't seen yet. I would have so gone right.
There's still time.
Okay, but that room will respawn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit of time still, though.
Nope. Ugondis is going to up a save out of level 3, I believe. He did not. No, he didn't get the red candle.
Nope.
To answer your question in chat, 5 and 6 are options for the bow. We've seen a floor heart in 6. 4 is also still an option for the bow because we haven't seen the actual item in here.
Now we're
It
going
just
right.
red candle's telling him he's got to go back into a level he doesn't want to go into.
Okay, this room, if you're looking for a cheater spot, it's right where DM is standing. You can actually clip onto that moat and just hide for days.
I do like watching when people do that. All right, looks like Ugondis is going to make the first play back into 5. He knows that the item in 2 is the power bracelet. He knows that we do not need it. So he's going to start checking a couple of the other levels to see what he can possibly find.
There's just lots of keys and lots of key doors in this dungeon.
Yeah, and any key would be, not too shabby. I don't think we've seen this in 4 yet.
Yeah, I don't remember it. Still would be inclined to go up. Now you're definitely going to go up in this room.
Yeah. Run away
that's a
from
lot,
that.
nope.
You've already seen... Well, I don't know if DEM saw the floor heart, though.
Another key. Keep going up. Yep. Keep going up.
Yeah, just ignore anything that is not a staircase. Ugondis, meanwhile, is going to go back through the transport staircase and hopefully remember that you have to go south.
Oh, we have been up here.
Yeah, we just came
remember
from a
till now.
different... Yep, we came from a different way.
And we don't have bombs to bomb up here just to see if it works. So this is just lots
That's
of
unfortunate.
I don't think we could do much more in here without finding level 1.
Whoa. Did Ugondis just get an item? He just up 8
Yeah,
saved out of 5.
yeah,
He got the
that-
bow.
That is big item, and that is go mode.
Yeah, that is unfortunately worst case scenario at the moment for DEM. Now, there is still a chance of a Dig Dogger block somewhere in 9.
There's a lot of problems that Ugondis has right now, but access to 9 and go mode, not even remotely.
No,
the
not
problem.
any of them, yeah.
The problems are right below his rupee count.
Yes, but he does have 109 rupees, so he could... I don't know that there was a bomb shop on this side of the world, but he could end up just buying bombs again if the game won't give them to us.
Yeah, I mean...
The 0 keys isn't good either.
I mean, I would be looking into 9 first, but I would also be... Like, the moment I can't find a good Kanana key to pull off anymore, I'm probably just wanting to go find the key shop. Which I think is one of the few things that was super cheap in this one.
Yes, it's up in the open cave near the grave. I think it was like a 60 rupee key. As Ugondis is going to enter level 9. Now, Fury, what are we looking for here in this level 9?
You're looking for the Restringer to do his job and change the sound over. That's first.
Oh.
But then you get to hear a roar when that happens, potentially. And not that roar. And then a shutter door that doesn't open when you clear all the enemies, unless you beat Gan already, and then one that opens without the enemies gone.
Yeah. Now, Ugondis did manage to get a bomb drop before he entered level 9, which is very handy, because he has no keys, and there was no chance to Kanana key that.
Given the amount
I was
of
waiting
darkness-
for the old woman. Or the old man. I'm like, where's the hint?
Well, we've seen enough Dark Nuts in dungeons so far that I think Korea is going to be a good time. And this is a good Kananaki room. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
it
got
really
freebie.
is.
Ooh. Well,
Well,
maybe next
maybe
time.
it'll bomb. There we go. Look, we can bomb. DEM, meanwhile, is continuing to work here in level 8. The logic behind this, he hasn't seen the hints. He doesn't know what the 2 items in here are. There are 2 items in here, so you never know what it could be.
Well, one of the 2 items will help speed up DEM's progress. The other one is about as helpful to progress as it is helpful when you run over it in Mario Kart.
Oh, look, Fury. Ugondis is
Hey,
going to go get it for you.
maybe. Oh, we
Oh,
are.
look, he picked it up.
I was waiting for the candle to go into the beacon.
All right, DM, meanwhile, makes it back to the room that originally had the Triforce. Now he's going to go further north than he had been before. The red candle is going to make good work in here because as long as you can not die to the floor, you can use it to crowd control some of these enemies.
I'll say this 9 is very, very, very rewarding on keys so far.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, there's another one.
It's just...
Oh, game.
It's also been trolling because we've heard like 4 different roars, but they've all been like spiky and other things. Nothing was actually Gan so far.
Oh, I was about to say, I sadly do not have audio.
No, just lots of like Aquames or Gleeok or Dig
The fake
Dogger
outs.
or... And this is not a room we want. Not...
No.
Could decide to bomb up, I guess, but I think probably just go back.
Plus, he may have already been around this at some point.
Yeah, I mean, we were to the left.
Oh, look, we can kill the virus with a single silver arrow and get some more bombs. And another key.
We're to the point now where you can burn keys a little bit, I think.
Oh, yeah. We've got a decent amount. We have enough bomb walls that have been showing up, too, that you know, it's helping.
Yeah, we're gonna burn the key here to keep progress going. That could be Zelda, or it could just be Landmos trying to kill you, or both.
Yeah, I would... Oh, he's trying to get the reverse clip off. Get in the door. You got 4 keys.
No, now you're not gonna get in there, unfortunately. That, once he failed the first attempt, he had to clean the block, meaning he had to get off of it completely in order to get the clip to work. Because he got it the second time if he had cleared it. I think we're walking to the fairy fountain every time this happens, though.
Yeah, I agree, because you want to try to get through that room, possibly. And
Yeah,
welcome, Raiders from DWR Randomizer.
Now, the other thing that could happen is there is an any road not too far away that leads you almost to the magical sword. So, I know it's only a 20% chance, but if that 20% chance pays in this specific situation, your combat's gone so far up that you're probably not going to have to deal with deaths to even the Lambos.
Yeah, those Wizards decided we needed to go back to the fairy fountain.
The story of this seed is fairly straightforward, I'd say. The hints led to some free information, and Ugondis got that free information. DM hasn't been back up to where the hint cave is to get it. And so Deus Ex Machina just has not gotten going, to say it kind of bluntly. Just has not gotten a free like white sword, which we know is an 8, or just nothing to kind of push the progress forward to kind of catch up to that knowledge base gain that Ugondis got early.
Yeah, it's always hard when you're starting one of these seeds if you just... Oh, why? Game?
Well,
Alright, so we found a heart in level 8. He's gonna burn... I think he was burning the bat, but, we're gonna burn the heart.
The other thing to note here is that is 10 hearts for him as well, so... when we go to Death Mountain looking for 1 or 2, hey, that's helpful.
Yes, go get that. Oh, don't die. Just go get that. There you go.
Candle boost into it if you want.
That's actually really, really good for DEM. Though, unfortunately for him, the bow, one of the catching... There's
Hey.
Zelda, by the way. So that was a good call to clear that room. One of the catching points is going to be that the Triforce is in level 5 beyond a not great Korea room, and without the hints, DM doesn't have much to really narrow down his search.
Oh
Well,
my.
sure, we'll take that.
Lots of blue items in 9.
Yeah, this is good. But yeah, sometimes these seeds are just very much feast or famine.
And we are leaving level 8, which is a good thing. It means we found
we're
the
gonna leave with...
boomerang.
Yeah, we're gonna find more offense. We got more offense. That's great. Don't die to the Wizrobe.
Well, just having that clear and over with quickly is nice. I mean, it was the second time in there, but it only took about 12 or 13 rooms to get the information for both items.
Which is good. Now, I think we know that he can't get to the Triforce in 3 without the ladder.
Yeah, we just need to will him to Death Mountain, basically.
Yeah, go to level 1. I mean, we don't even know that the ladder's going to end up being required. It's just going to make life a little bit easier.
You need to go back to 7. And then you have to find the way in 5 to go, which I don't think was ladder blocked.
No, he just has to go through the transport staircase, go south, and then clear a mixed Guria garbage room, basically. Now, with the white sword, that's going to make the clear of this room here in level 4 a little bit easier. I'd love to see him go to the right. Unfortunately for Deus Ex Machina, he is kind of working against a ticking clock. Because while 9 can be incredibly chunky, Ugondis has seen quite a lot of it by now.
Yeah, and this staircase is the one that leads kind of off on its own, so this is kind of the one chance that we know exists to get somewhere else. Oh no.
Okay. All right, Spiky.
That's it.
I mean, this is what he did to me last night, but I didn't have this option.
Well, like that I would say gets us around that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's pretty close to the blocked room.
Oh my, Spiky. What are you doing? Now, chat, if you guys hear the roar of Ganon, just let us know in chat. Ooh, that's not a transport.
Trying to hold on to keys now, which, 3 keys is kind of on that fringe.
Oh no, DEM's going into 7. Now, okay, the Triforce in here is fairly quick to get.
Yeah, I believe it's just up a little bit and, just kind of follow the path here.
Yeah, just bomb right. Thankfully, you have the map before you come into this room, or you might be a little bit fussy-faced, as we're gonna get stuck and give up one of our hearts in level 9, but that's fine. Yeah, leftmost. I forgot about them.
All 3 items that could be in this level 7 would potentially help.
Any key, red ring, and...
Wand. Or not wand, recorder. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, the recorder might be helpful.
Which we still don't have definitive proof isn't required.
Very true. We haven't found Ganon yet.
Oh, we have found Ganon now.
Oh. Well, alright, guys. Here we go. We've got a pig. Now, I don't know that Ugondis has a potion?
Didn't see one purchased or grabbed, so I'm thinking no.
And we are in green tunic, but we have wood sword, so you just gotta get him in a stun lock. And then don't let go.
There you go.
Yeah, good job, Ugondis. That was very well done.
A perfect
now,
Ganon.
DM's going to take another unfortunate death to those leftmost, but we're going to up A and go back to where we found Zelda.
Yep, there are two ways to play that Ganon. It's either you kind of get in the rhythm with your sword stabs and get one in between, or you just go for an audio cue. Either one works, and when you do it like that, definitely keep up that same strat.
All right, DM's going to take another. That left move room is just terrible. As Ugondis is going to find and rescue his princess with an official race time GG time of 59 minutes and 34 seconds. Let's get some GGs in chat. All right, guys, let's also get some GGs in chat for DEM. Recognizing that he's still got quite a few places to look for the bow, he's going to go ahead and take the DNF. And we'll see if our runners, okay, looks like the runners are going to come in and join us for words. Welcome and GGs to Ugondis.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
So, are you one of those runners who sees Armos item silvers? Does that make you worried, or are you excited?
It definitely makes me happier, yeah, because I know 9 is not probably not needed to be dug, so you got to find the bow first. It just takes one thing off of the list that you have to find, So I'm definitely happy with that.
Welcome and GGs to DEM.
Thank you. Yeah, GG, you
Hey,
got
hey, thanks.
So,
God, that didn't go well.
well, there were a couple of things that ended up working out in Ugandis's favor a little bit early on, because you guys took a little bit of divergence in your paths, and DEM had the money and the hearts to be able to get the book and check the hints, which narrowed down both items in 8, and it told us about the power bracelet in 2. And then by the time he found 2, we didn't need the power bracelet.
Yep.
So that definitely worked out in his favor. Because he also wasn't trying to dig 8. Though, to be fair, when you went in there DEM, we were just going, all right, it would be really nice if the seed could give you something. Because it was kind of, being a little stingy today.
Yeah. I mean, it gave me a white sword, but
Yeah.
I think that was where I found the white sword. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, by
the
that
white sword was
point,
an
I
8.
was, yeah, I wasn't getting anywhere. I don't know. I kept going into dungeons, and I was finding early Triforces. I think I had like 3
Yep.
Triforces on the board pretty early, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just like the enemy sets. I was like, okay, I'll come back here when I have more combat. I'll come back when I have more combat. And then finally, I was like, eventually, I got to dig one of these dungeons, right? Like,
Yep.
Well, that's another place where the little bit of advanced knowledge, because DEM had, not DEM, I'm sorry, Ugandis had also gotten a hint in
Ugondis.
one of the levels
Right.
that one was up on Death Mountain, because we don't know where the rest of our levels are. Where are all the little levels? Because the game had already
Yeah.
thrown 5, 6, 7, and 8 at you, and we're like, all right,
Yep.
something small. So we got the hint about that, and level 1 had the ladder and 2 hearts, so that kind of helped out. 2 was right next to it, so he got a lot of his Triforces that he needed to get into 9, and with the additional information about the items in 1, knew about the item in 2, eventually saw the item in 3. I don't think any of us ever saw the item in 4. He chose to go back into 5.
Yeah, I can't
Which
remember.
it,
4 hit me hard, and I'm like, "Oh, this is rough." And I can't remember. I was just, let's get out. I still have 5 and 7 were my other ones to possibly go to, I think. And I was just like, 5's pretty close to start. Let's go ahead and try that. And that was the answer. Yeah.
yeah, it ended up
Yeah.
being the bow was on the floor of 5 on the other side of the transport staircase. You go south, and then I think like one room to the left, possibly, but it was a mixed garbage black floor room.
Yeah, I even went into 5 a couple of times and just, yeah. I didn't even get up the Death Mountain. So I won my week 1 race by just completely avoiding Death Mountain and not even heading up there. And I was just hoping I
I'm
could
pretty well
do
aware
that
about that one.
again.
Because
But yeah, I was
our spoilers, he was my opponent in week
Yeah.
1.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't go north of the grave or west of the river, and yeah, in week one, and so this time I was hoping that it would work out again to just completely avoid Death Mountain, but yeah, apparently that was where all the small dungeons were tonight.
It
So
was though. I mean, again, to be fair, the game was throwing a lot of early Triforces at you guys. It was like here in
yeah,
7, if you could have made it through that left landmo room. By the way, Ugondis, that was a beautiful clip when you
No,
got
yeah.
into the blue landmo room
I
the
was
first time.
well. The Landmo, the guy cooperated very nicely. I was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
okay,
he
all
he like
right.
that little
Yeah,
tiny window to get in
yeah,
the room, and I'm like, oh no. But
yeah.
yeah, that was a very nice clip. But yeah, he got a bit lucky
I
there. He
made
was
up
able to
for it.
get into the block.
I made up for it when I panicked on the Landmo in 9. Though. It's like I just was
Oh, I
panicked
mean,
throwing
you
things.
almost you almost had the reverse clip. You almost
Yeah,
had it.
yeah,
But yeah, it was just again, it was there just seems to be it's either feast or famine or it's so close you don't know what in the
yeah.
heck is happening.
I was scared to death going into 9 because I still had green armor. I didn't have enough for mags. I only had wood sword, and I had no potions, and I was like, oh, but and I had no keys. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is probably not the best gamble, but I'll at least get knowledge of 9. Maybe I'll get the any key in 9, and that's what I was really hoping for. But I just kept a bomb wall kept appearing, and I'm like, okay, I'll take this one, and I'll take this one, and yep,
Mhm. Yeah, there were Fury was talking about that, how there were just like a ton of keys just sitting all over the
yep,
place. It's like,
yep,
oh, well, all right, this is pretty generous of level
yeah,
9. But yeah, it really just came down to that Blue Guerilla room in 5 was just like
oh
it just
yeah,
kept saying no.
yeah,
And then by the time you went back into 5 looking for the bow, you had gotten a lot more health. You
yep,
had the ladder, so you could kind of like navigate the room a little bit nicer. So it made it a little bit easier, and you had the extra knowledge from being able to find 1 and 2 and 3.
yeah. I
Um,
was getting worried. It seemed like there was dig doggers in every level, and I'm like, oh man, we're gonna have to get a flute, aren't we? And then 9,
ah,
it happened in 9 too. I'm like, and at one point there was 2 shutter doors with the dig dogger, and I'm like,
mhm,
oh no,
mhm.
here we go. And well, I'll keep digging to see what I can find, and eventually ran into him. But
Yeah, chat was holding their breath for that one too, let me tell
I
you.
bet,
I
And
was
and
wondering if the flute was going to be required
yep,
because yeah, I was seeing a lot of dig doggers myself, and I was like,
yep,
yeah, he was kind of all over the place.
yep,
yeah,
So it was very nice that he wasn't blocking you guys.
yeah,
But
yeah. I
yeah,
heard about there was a race earlier. Yeah, yep.
there was a race last night.
Oh really? I'm sorry.
My no, I got very
Yeah,
lucky last night.
okay.
But I got into 9. The recorder was not required up until after you kill Ganon. You go south to try to get to Zelda. It's the only like 4 rooms of the dungeon you can't get to. Dig Dog or Shutter Door.
Oh, jeez.
You are.
Yep,
I was like, really? All right,
yep.
you're grounded. But yeah, this was just it was another one of those seeds. If it comes up in a different order, then it's a toss up,
Yeah.
or at least a bit closer. But it was just kind of one of those things, I guess.
yeah.
Really, really well played. Ugandis,
Thanks.
you there were
Yep.
some very, very good, very heads up decisions there, and you were sticking with it, and you cleared that room in 4 that none of us would have wanted to clear ever.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
the
4 the one with 4 had a bunch of blue dark nuts, right? Did you
Yes,
clear the did you clear the maze one? Is that
he did.
yeah,
He
oh
yeah,
did.
I
wow. I
cleared
thought
that,
about
got
it.
through it, and then I think I got, like, shuttered into, like, a Goma room, and I didn't have the bow or
Yep.
something, had to up a
Yeah.
Oh
back
jeez.
through,
Hmm.
and then I tried to give it a second go once I picked up the, white sword, and I went in
Yep.
there, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, like, this is just a bad idea." I was like, "If something's in here." I was like, I was kind of doing a little bit of metagaming because I was like, if you got to make it through here,
Uh-huh.
then we're both kind of screwed.
Mhm.
But yeah, then once I saw you finish, I was like, oh yeah, yeah, 4 probably wasn't
Yep.
required.
You
I went
think,
into 6.
thankfully.
Yeah. I went into 6 and 7, and I'm like, this isn't. You don't need to do this early. And I kept, and there were Triforces so early. I'm okay. Well, no. See, that's the good reason.
Yeah.
But 4 with maze rooms, like I thought about it. So I'm like, oh, it's 4 and it's a maze room, but I still only had the wood sword, and I'm like, nope, this isn't. This will take me. And I
Yeah.
backed out of 4 eventually and went into 5 just to see what was there, and that was the answer. So,
Well, it yeah. Yep.
yep. Yeah.
Mhm. All those stupid blue gurias.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Because that room, that was respawning no matter what. Every single time that room was gonna come
Yeah.
back, and it's like, come on,
Well,
game,
luckily, I
really?
think
And
the third time I went in there, I had bought a bomb upgrade, and I think I had 12 or 13 bombs. I'm like, well, I'm dropping a ton right here. So,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
couldn't
it was
afford the
definitely
bomb upgrade whenever I found it, so
Yeah.
yeah, I was. Yeah, bombs was kind of that's the other thing is that I just felt bomb starved the entire
Yeah.
seed. That's one reason why I was avoiding Death Mountain because I just
Yep.
never felt like I had the bombs to actually do it. And yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
oh well,
Fury commented on that a little bit earlier. He was just like, yeah, the bomb look this seed has just not been good.
yeah,
But I'll
yeah.
go
It
ahead
sounds
and
like
ask.
I was just gonna say it sounds like the bow and 5 is really what killed me because I probably could have got the 5 Triforces if I would have found that bow. You know, I had enough
Yeah,
dungeons that I could have found Triforces if I
yes.
would have went. Like I had both items out of 3, and then I just left because I was like, well, I was like, I'll find other Triforces while I'm digging items, but I could have always gone back in there and
Yeah, it was
yeah,
it was really just Ugondis had the information. He had the information he needed to make the guess that it was either going to be 5 or
yeah.
7, and he chose 5 first, which ended up being the
Yeah.
right
What
call.
was in 3? I got
Red
locked out of
candle.
3.
Oh, we thought
Red
you
Okay.
saw
candle.
it. We thought you had seen
Yeah.
it because you update saved, and I was like, wait, did he just see the red candle and leave?
What happened? No, something here. Let me look at my tracker. It seems like I just did combat or something.
I mean,
What?
combat the seed was not kind because you
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
to get into
Red
8 to get the white sword, and the wand
Oh, I
was
was
in 9.
keyed. I was keyed out of 3. That's right.
Oh,
uh
okay.
I took a bad door. I should have went up instead of left, and they were both key walled, and so I left. That's right. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and ask if you guys have any final thoughts. Fury is actually doing commentary on a race in about a half an hour. So,
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for the quick restream. That was great. I appreciate it so much. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the commentating. Thanks for tracking. Very very grateful.
yeah, I'll just echo those sentiments to thanks everybody for giving us the restream. I apologize for some technical issues on my part, so we got a little bit later start. But yeah, thanks everybody for making this happen. And yeah, again, GG Ugandis, and good luck in the
Yep.
2-0 pool next week.
Thanks, man. Thank you. You too.
but yeah, it's our pleasure. It's always really, really good to come together and be able to put on these races for the community and the racers themselves because it's a great way to learn and see what could I have done different. But I definitely want to go ahead and thank Mrs. Malkier for doing our tracking in the background, the racers for a very good race. This is interesting to watch, and then definitely Fury SK for not only doing commentary but also being our restreamer in the background.
Always fun.
Thanks. Thank you.
I mean, I only made you go quiet like once,
I
and it was
was
during the intro.
Well, I mean, I was quiet and calm up until the triple segment 3. Well, no, actually, that's not true. Every time I tried to get a Trolley 9 set up with both combat items in it, then the hint hit, and then I was like, okay, double Boomerang 9, then the hint hit again. Well, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
that was Fury's fault, by the way. That was Fury willing that into existence by wanting it to be super trolly, and then the game just said no.
Well, we're sitting
Well,
there in the
thank
hit
you.
shop. Sitting there in the hit shop, you're grabbing the hit for 2. Like, all right, well, what can we do here? Let's put both combat items in 9. That would be rough. And then hit for the second item.
I saw the magic boomerang, and I'm like, no. There are things I could do with this still, and so I was like, I'll go ahead and pick this up just in case. And I did actually use it to stun a couple waffles. So, yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's the best item in the game according to Fury.
Especially when you
I
get in the
mean,
first minute of the game. That's really fun.
and things have actually rolled down. But anyway, guys, starting in about a half an hour on Speed Gaming 2, you're going to have Mako71 taking on Caffey JD. At 1 minute before midnight on this channel, Z1R Randomizer, you're going to have Chrono JJ taking on Shaddy. And at midnight exactly, you're going to have Eat My Steel taking on Jay Coper. So there are still more races to watch tonight. Okay, now I see you pushing buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you very much to our runners again. Thank you, Mrs. Malkier, for doing the tracking. And thank you, Fury, as always. This was highly enjoyable.
Mhm.
And I'll say, everybody, have a great night.